Have you ever walked away from a conversation and just wondered, what impression did I just make? Well, today we're going to get into that. We're exploring the super powerful link between how you communicate and how people actually see you. We'll break down how you can consciously build your character, one conversation at a time.
This quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's not just about the information you share, but the feeling you leave behind. It's the difference between just being heard and actually being remembered. So how does our communication style really shape who we are in the eyes of others? Let's unpack that.
All right, let's dive into the first big idea, your voice, your character. It sounds pretty straightforward, but every single time we open our mouths, we're basically broadcasting signals to the world about who we are. And a lot of the time, we don't even realize we're doing it. This is where perception is born.
And you know what? This happens in a flash. Whether we're thinking about it or not, people are constantly forming an impression of us. Their brains are trying to put us in a box fast. Is this person confident, or are they unsure? Thoughtful, or kind of careless? And that judgment call happens in a split second, all based on how we communicate.
All of this stuff, your tone, your words, your delivery, it all comes together to create your unique communication style. You can almost think of it like your personal recipe. It's this special mix that creates that distinct impression we've been talking about.
So, if our communication style is such a big deal, what are the actual building blocks? Let's break down the key elements that really shape how people see us, piece by piece. It pretty much boils down to these three things. First, your tone of voice. Is it warm? Is it sharp? Maybe a little anxious? Second, your word choice. Are you using simple, direct words, or are they a bit more complex and fuzzy? And finally, your delivery and pace. Are you talking a mile a minute, or are you speaking slowly, deliberately? Each one is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
And here's where it all connects. This isn't just theory. When you consistently communicate with, say, clarity and warmth, you are actively building trust. When you're consistent in how you explain things, people see you as reliable. See? These perceptions aren't an accident. They're the direct result of the choices you make when you speak.
And maybe the most important thing to get here is that none of this is set in stone. By being intentional with these small choices, your tone, your words, your pace, you actually get more control over how you're perceived. And over time, that intentionality creates a recognizable voice that helps your message cut through all the noise.
Okay, so the theory is great and all, but how do we actually do this? Let's make it practical. I've got a really simple but incredibly powerful technique you can start using like today to make your communication way more intentional. This is it. This is the golden question. Think of it as your little mental check-in. Before any important conversation, a big meeting, a phone call, even a tough talk with a friend, just take a second and ask yourself this. Your answer? That becomes your North Star. It'll guide everything you say and how you say it.
So let's see how this works. Imagine your goal is to come across as calm and confident during a really stressful presentation. Okay, so the action plan flows right from that goal. You make a conscious choice to speak slowly and to use simple, direct sentences. Boom, you've just built a bridge from what you want to what you do.
Now, of course, the best way to really understand this stuff is to try it for yourself. So we're leaving you with a little challenge this week to take this idea from your head out into the real world.
Here it is. For the next 7 days, I want you to focus not just on what you say, but on how you say it. Try to consciously practice speaking in a way that reflects the person you want to be in that moment. It's all about switching from autopilot to intentional communication. And that brings us to our final thought. Communication isn't just something that happens to you, it's a tool. It's a tool you can actively use to build your reputation, your relationships, and your character. Every single conversation is a choice. So the real question we want to leave you with is this: who will you choose to be this week?